Let me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin, the believer.
Do you think we won?
I don't know.
I think we won.
About the Leo?
I think we won the Leo's best ever in the whole world podcast.
Great. Best ever in the whole world.
In the whole world. I mean, I think that's how I'm going to take it when we win.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know why, but I don't feel like we won.
Oh, I voted so many times.
I did too. And I manifested it. And I'm not normally a manifester.
But you were told by the psychic.
I was told by the psychic to start manifesting. So I wrote it really tiny and then I wrapped it up in a really tight little scroll and I put it in my wallet because she said to keep it near me often.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, you manifested and then we started getting stories.
I know that's true. We've got a plethora, and by plethora, I mean 3. We have 3 stories.
We're going to read 2 of them tonight. So
That's right.
We still need more.
Yeah, but I haven't taken that out of my wallet.
Yeah, there you go. So hopefully we'll start getting a flood of stories and we will win. We will be the winners. We will do the red carpet. We will be famous.
Yeah, really, as long as we beat you know who. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Me too. That, and as long as we get to go to a swanky party.
Yeah.
Yes.
If we place, we get to go to the swanky party, right?
We better.
Okay. All right.
Although I was looking for her last time.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't see her. So maybe she was bitter.
Well, she won first place for something else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, she just puts her name on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it gets me fired up every single time.
Every time we talk about it, fired up. That's okay. We'll just see. May the odds be with us.
And also with you. I don't know how to finish that without making it religious.
So when I walked in, what'd you say to me?
I said, I like your shirt.
Thank you. Guess where I got it?
Meyer?
Yeah, I just came from there.
Oh my gosh.
And I almost got one for you too.
Oh,
but then I thought, no, I can't get you the exact same one because then we would wear them all the time together.
True.
But if you really like it, next time I go, I'll pick you one up because chances are I'll be there next week.
Girl, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a pretty, it's not quite mustard.
Mm-hmm. It's like a fall yellow, like deep,
little
dark
orangey
yellow. Yeah.
Love it.
Thanks. And super comfortable. I mean, these are like V-neck shirts. If I see one that's going to feel, it's like nice and soft, I'm like, I'm a sucker for them. I've got a million of them.
I'm not going to lie. I don't think I pull off a V-neck very well.
What?
Now
you
listen.
let those ladies breathe.
This is actually, I don't know how to word this. I used to pull off a V-neck really well, but it was a deep V.
Oh.
And I would hoist the girls up.
I know. I put
And
those
I
in
would
there a little
show
bit.
some cleavage.
Put those down there a little bit when I need to.
Yeah, I think I'm just...
You're over the
I don't
ladies.
show them off very often. They're
I think
still
you
good.
should.
I know they're still good.
You're not even 40 yet, Erin. Show those puppies off.
I know. I just, I don't know. I don't go to the right locations, the right events.
Girl, I'm wearing a V-neck right now, and I'm sitting on your...
and they look good. They look
Thanks.
good. But my casual boob game is not good.
Oh,
I
got to work on that.
I know. I can't be like dressed down, but my boobs look good.
Always.
It looks weird to me. Not on you, on me.
Okay.
But on me, I'm like, oh, I look like, to me, on me,
Okay.
it looks, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop because anything I say is going to sound offensive. And I'm not trying to.
Okay. Also, for the record, my boobs aren't. I just pushed that
no.
down. I pulled that down like that to be
No,
there. My boobs are not always out like that. But a V-neck, I feel like it kind of, even if you don't have your cleavage, it's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to let you know that it could go there.
Yeah. In the art world, we say kind of leads your eye down.
Yeah. And that's where I needed to go. I need your eye to go to my best quality.
I get it. I just need
when I have a bra on that pushes them up as though they are perfect.
Yeah, here's another category of problem for this.
You don't like to wear a bra that does that.
I wear a sports bra almost every single day of my life.
Not me.
A
Never.
little uniboob action happening, and I'm fine with that life. Now, if I'm going to go out and look real cute, put makeup on, do my hair like I will with the Leo, I will put on a real bra, and it will hurt, but my boobs will look amazing. And my hair will be made up and my face will be painted. But let me tell you, not painted, but look good.
I know what you meant.
But if I just can't wear a sports bra and a V-neck, it looks weird.
Yeah, that is true.
And
that's true.
I'm not going to sacrifice comfortable boobs.
Okay.
Just so I can wear a V-neck.
All right, well, then I'm not going to buy you the shirt. I'm so glad we had this conversation. Next time I go, no matter what color I see, even if I'm like, that's Erin's color. nope, not going to buy it for you.
No, that's good. Also, as much as I love that color, it only looks good with me if I'm wearing like a dark lip.
Oh, see, I'm not wearing any lip.
I get really washed out when I'm wearing like a yellowy color.
So glad I did not buy you that shirt.
I know, man. I didn't really know all this was going to come from this. I sound all gruff and crazy because we went to take out the word crazy. Why did I say crazy?
You were wild last night.
Yeah, I sound all gruff because I went to the racing game with my kids and I screamed the whole game. So sorry my voice sounds like this. I'm healthy, just,
That's funny.
A super fan.
Yeah.
Who knew sports was in my forecast? Here we are yet again.
Mary Lou knew.
Mary Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, she knew that, but that had already happened. Telling
Still salty about that, girl.
I'm salty. Yeah,
too funny.
I just don't believe a lot of what she said.
That's fine. You don't have to. It's fine. No, did you have fun? Free beer, so you're not drinking tonight.
Yeah, it was free beer, which was great. I do not feel good today. We drove to our other sister's house for lunch, and the roads were very windy, and my husband was driving, and I was like, and close my eyes and not throw up.
Oh, no.
What I'm currently manifesting.
Oh, no.
And I didn't throw up, which is great.
Nice.
But I'm not having a beer right now.
Okay.
The thought of that sounds horrible.
I'm going to tell you, it's delicious.
I'm so happy for you and that beer. It doesn't even look good right now.
I've been with kids all weekend long and not drinking. So I was like, tonight I am going to have several. And I'm excited about it. Actually, I did take a couple of beers. We went to Rough River yesterday, but I was dumb and brought like this bottleneck, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I get there and I don't have an opener.
Oh no.
So I'm like, well, that's stupid. And then I look over and I see the group of younger adults, and they're like drinking White Claws and whatnot. I'm like, I bet they have an opener. So of course, and here I am with me and my two kids. Like James and Blake are out on the jet ski, so I look like I'm a single mom just out there drinking away the day, which whatever. If I were a single mom, trust me, that's how I'd be doing it. But anyway, I looked over, I was like, hey, do you have a bottle opener? And like, on our cooler, come help yourself, but we're about to leave. So I went over and opened up, I only had 4, but I opened up all 4 of my beers, and then I put them in the cooler, and they all spilled but one. Oh. So I think the kids like rummaged around trying to get other stuff. And I was like, well, okay, I'll have 1 beer. Womp, womp.
Boo.
But that's okay.
Oh, womp, womp. Your son is saying that constantly.
I know, and it's like rubbing off on me. Sorry.
I told him on the car ride home the other day, I was like, that's your last womp, womp. I can't hear anymore. I can't. And he was like, sorry, womp, womp. Oh, no, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh.
I know, it's like it's his like second nature. He can't, he's not even thinking about it. He just does it.
Yeah, he says it. He says it as much as Canadians say A when they don't think that they're saying it. Yeah. It's just like after everything he says now.
And I don't know why, but it drives me nuts, and now I'm doing it. So sorry. Womp womp.
Oh, great. Love it. Love that it's now in my room. In my place of peace.
Yeah, you were a rock star and kept my kids Friday night for no good reason.
I know. It was against my better judgment. They came in, Miles asked, and I was like, I guess. You're getting along really well, like suspiciously well.
I know. And you don't ever want to like take that part away if they're doing so good. Because Erin and I, her daughter and my son are a year apart, and they are thick as thieves and fight like cats and dogs all at the same time.
It's rough. It is constant. And we have many conversations, especially this year, because we are together all the time now that I'm taking care of him after school. Oh my gosh,
it's a lot. You're getting paid. You're not allowed to complain
I'm
to
not
me
complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying we talk about it constantly. I'm like, just be nice. Like, aren't you having more fun on those days when you are nice to each other? They were like, yes. So they really took it far on Friday, and they were really good. And really, they were pretty good most of this week.
Good.
So when he asked us for the night, I thought, oh, I wonder if we're pushing it. But maybe it'll be fine. And then, no, I got up. Like, I could hear them out there. I didn't hear yelling or anything, but I knew they were awake, and I was laying in bed. I'm past the stage. This is a beautiful part of parenthood where I can lay in.
Oh, so nice.
And I don't have to get up when they get up.
And they don't come and bother you?
No.
Gosh, even my 8-year-old, he still comes in, wants to come in and snuggle every morning.
No, my kids do not. They don't.
It's beautiful. I love it. It's great.
Yeah, no. So Penelope is happy to get, probably because I think she can get like 2 breakfasts if I stay in here. She'll like get the first one, and then when I come out, she's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, okay,
okay.
I'm on to her, but I'm like, whatever, I don't care.
At least I get to sleep.
Yeah. So I go out, and here's what I come out to. Penelope is blocking the front door.
Oh, not going to let him go home.
Yeah. And Miles is like, I just want to leave. And I was like, oh my gosh, why are you holding him captive? And she was like, I think the alarm is on and he's going to go out. And I was like, oh, good call. The alarm is on. Just give me 2 seconds. So I go and I turn it off and I was like, listen, next time you spend the night, if this happens, you just come and tell me, I'm really ready to go home. Can you turn off the alarm? And he was like, okay, fine. And then I said, but you know what? Maybe we don't spend the night for a while. Like maybe we just, we hang out during the day. And if it's going great, awesome. And we'll hang out the next day. So I don't know how long that was going on, but.
Well, and if you want me to cut all this, you can. My version was that Penelope, this is twice now I've gotten that she calls him the B word. And I think it is hilarious because all I keep thinking is her being like, you little bitch. There's something about her calling him the B word that I try every time he tells me because he's so offended. Oh. And he says, but when I picture her saying it to him, I have to turn away and not laugh.
That's horrible.
Like, you little bitch. And I was like,
that's horrible.
And of course, in my mind, I want to think, well, were you being a little bitch? Like, what were you doing? Oh, it cracked me up so much. But he's all offended by it. And I said, well, it's just time it's over. Time to come home.
Yeah, I will talk to her about that.
He didn't tell you that?
No.
That's so funny. Like twice now he's come home and he's like, Mom, she keeps calling me the B word. And I'm like the bad B word? And he's like, yeah. And I can't help it. There's a little part of me that's kind of proud of her. I'm like, well, it's a hilarious word. I don't know. Just it's hilarious to picture her using that.
Yeah.
Like all tough, like you little bitch. And I don't know. She probably doesn't say little. And maybe she's just like trying to get away with it. I think it's more like that. Like she's just trying to say in front of him. Not necessarily call him that, but then he like comes and rats her out. And James is like, well, don't rat her out. Like, why are you telling us? Because I was like, was she mad? No. I think she was trying to be funny. I was like, well, don't tattle on that. You two are cousins. You're not, Anyway, like I said, thick as thieves Lord. Or fight like cats and dogs.
I'm still going to talk to her about it. It's just, I can't picture her saying that. That is so funny. She was
rhyming, witch.
Oh,
bitch.
Oh, that little bitch.
Now listen, you don't need to say anything to her. Again, I kind of think it's funny.
Oh, man. For some reason, when I picture her saying it, I think of Will Ferrell when he's like acting really mean.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that's my image.
I just picture her, and it's not at all because I even asked him, is it mean? But I just picture her standing over him like, you little bitch. I'm not going to let you get out of this house. Oh, it cracks me up. But,
oh, man.
Whatever.
Yeah, leave it in. That's funny.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Okay, so this is something I did not think I was going to do.
Okay.
But I started watching the Casey Anthony.
Oh, gosh.
I know. Because I'm so, even when that all happened, I tuned it out because I thought, I can't even go there. I don't even want to hear about it. It's so disgusting. Mm-hmm. I had no interest in it. But my friend Joanna, friend of the pod.
I can't believe you trust anything she says.
I know, right? After she made the recommendation for, what is it? What's the name of that movie?
It Follows.
It Follows. Ugh,
Every
sorry,
time
Joe.
I think of Joe, I think It Follows. Like, I like you. And I
love you, Joe. Hate
and
that movie.
And I can only imagine you've got good taste until I remember.
Not that movie.
That you think that is a great movie.
It's the weirdest thing in the world.
Okay.
But she sent in a group message. She's like, oh my gosh, have you all started that Casey Anthony documentary? And even right then I was like, no, I have no desire, especially if this is going to try to paint her as innocent.
Yeah, right.
Girl, I'm watching it. I think she's innocent.
No way.
I know. Isn't that mind-blowing?
No, there's no way.
You got to watch it because I'm going to tell you what. In first episode, I was like, oh, she took acting lessons. This is all da-da-da. And then I started listening to other people that were there during that trial start to explain some things that I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And who they think did it. So I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay.
That motive makes way more sense than a mother killing her own daughter.
Okay.
And you know how she was out partying and stuff like that?
Right.
That all gets explained into a way that I'm like, well, shit, now I don't know.
Huh.
Except for now I think I do know. And it's even worse. It is mind-blowing. It's on Peacock.
Okay.
And again, I didn't want to watch it, but Joe was like, please just watch it and tell me what you think. Okay. Episode 1, I was like, this bitch is... Bleh. Sorry, there we are with that word again.
Oh, she gets it from you.
Yeah, she does get it from me. I was like totally guilty and just took acting. Like she just keeps over and over again in the first episode. And I think they do that kind of on purpose.
Yeah.
But like crying and so upset and like just talking about all the things she misses. And the whole time I'm thinking, well, it was your fault. It's your fault. And then it takes a turn at a certain point. And I'm like, oh, now hold on.
Yeah. That's like that Scott Peterson thing.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that one either because I totally think he's
This
guilty.
is why I don't know if I've said this. I think I have. So sorry, you're going to hear it again because I need this podcast to exist. And I don't want to do it because it'd be too much research and I don't like to do research.
Right.
But I need a podcast where one episode, it needs to be like 3 hosts.
Yeah.
And it can rotate. I don't care. Or maybe there's one neutral person every week. Okay. I'll be the neutral person.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I would love to be the neutral person. I'm back in this podcast. Somebody else has to do the research part. So one person argues that somebody is like, this is the person who did it. And then the other person argues for like the next week. This is why I don't think this person did it. And then the last episode, they debate.
And the neutral person decides which way they get swayed.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good podcast.
Wouldn't that be so good?
You just told everybody.
I want that to be done. Steal this idea from me.
But what if we decide we want to do it and then...
Are you going to do the research?
I will always be on the side that says they're guilty.
No, and except you won't.
Except for I won't. I know, but that's what I think is so interesting in this documentary because media has such... power to paint a picture of something,
right?
And it makes you think it's 100% like real,
right?
And now it's going back and it's starting to show you what they pulled from, why that might not be exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And that's a little mind-blowing.
I know. I'm telling you, it'd be a great podcast. I don't like to do research. I do like to be...
Oh yeah, I forgot about the research part.
I do like to hear stories. So therefore...
I will win the lottery and we can hire some researchers.
Yeah, or like let you guys just again need to make us big and then we'll start our own production company.
There you go.
No, just kidding. I don't want to do that at all.
That sounds like way
too much work. Sounds like a lot of admin and I am not in for that.
No, too much work.
Yeah. So anyways, you all take it.
Okay, take it and then make that.
And I'll listen.
Yeah.
Be good. Get 3 friends.
Mm-hmm.
You might have, I need banter. I need comedy.
I'd like you to be funny.
Yeah.
in the beginning.
Be funny while you're talking about murder. No.
Well, no, in the beginning, kind of like we do. Be funny.
Right.
And then work at it. It's not as hard as it looks, you all.
Right. Tell a captivating story from both sides of the same story. I want to hear it.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking you could do The Staircase.
Yeah.
You could do Peterson.
Yeah.
You could do Casey Anthony.
There's
so many.
Making a Murderer documentary. I've heard other people be like, oh no, the way they portrayed that made him look innocent, but he's definitely guilty.
Right. Like do all those.
How is he guilty? Tell me that story. There are so many like that. The Jean Benet, I would love to hear because I know who I think it was.
Right.
Who do you think it was?
The brother.
It was totally the brother.
I think it was totally the brother.
And the parents tried to cover it.
The mom and dad covered it up.
Absolutely. I think that.
Gosh, and then that makes you think, would you do the same thing if it was one of your other kids?
I don't think you I mean,
I don't think I would.
I don't think you
could. Like, it's just
you're like,
awful.
that's a mistake. It was a horrible, awful mistake.
But it was a mistake and it happened.
And yeah.
Ugh.
No, you can't cover that.
Gosh.
It's horrible. Well, we're going to cut a lot of that.
All right. Well, I'm excited about tonight's stories.
I know. I want to read Reeby's.
Okay. You can read Reeby's.
And then
I'll read Lacey's.
Okay, perfect. And then I'll read our anonymous but actual listener submission next week.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's go ahead and get to Reeby's first because I know you're chomping at the bit.
That's right.
Since chomping at the bit. Hi, Charlie. Miss you. We love you. Anyway, no, you've been a little pissy towards me ever since Reeby's sister wrote in.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. I could feel it. I can still feel it.
Screwed that up. That was so ridiculous.
I wanted to hear what everybody's reaction was to my debunk.
I know. I'm so confused at why. Like sometimes
certain episodes that I don't think they're gonna get a lot of attention.
Okay, that story will work. Mm-hmm. That story, I'm like, my mind is still blown.
My mind is still blown too.
I have told like 7 people outside of the podcast. Yeah,
I told it at dinner the other night. I never talk about this podcast.
I know. I told my whole family. We all talked about it. I went to, I don't know. I talked to teachers at school about it. I'm like, listen to this.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
crazy.
wild story.
I know. Okay, so I'm going to read an email from Rebe.
Oh, you lucky duck. Here we go.
The tagline or the title of the subject, there you go. That's the subject of the email says, shh, the address is.
Oh, did she finally give it?
Listen, I have skimmed this and I don't think she does. I think it was a joke.
She had a little bait. She baited you.
I know. And listen, Hillary, I can't find that email, the first email where you gave us clues. So I'm going to need you to go back and either tell me what episode we read it on or tell me those clues again. Or tell me the address. Just tell me the address.
Tell her the address.
Actually, now I kind of want to figure it out. So give me the clues again. All right. So Rebe says, you guys, I have remained a steadfast listener. I keep up on an almost weekly basis, never missing more than one episode and quickly catching myself back up.
Nice.
I have just never been super social on the media. My lack of activity does not in any way diminish my love for you both or your podcast. It's a joy I look forward to each and every Monday.
Aww.
I am sure Hillary will get back to you about her story, but I can help with a couple minor details. So here goes. Because Hillary is a busy lady. So we got some details filled in from Rebe.
She's busy in Gilmore Girl County.
In why do I always want to forget the name of that? Stars Hollow. She's busy in Stars Hollow at Luke's. All right, number 1, bell-hopping Atticus.
And real quick, just to recap for everybody, just to give you context if you're just listening for the first time, this is a story, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I really want to go all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down.
Different story. But anyway, this was a story that Hillary, Rebe's sister, wrote in a couple of weeks ago. And it was one of the best stories we've ever heard. It was kind of like a glitch in the Matrix where everybody saw one thing, but then the cameras showed that thing did not happen.
Like, it didn't happen, but you still see everybody reacting the way as if it had happened. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. So that episode, was that called? That was the don't drink the Kool-Aid episode, right? 192?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so if you haven't listened, I would go back and listen to that first.
Yeah, listen to that before you listen to this one.
Rebe's going to give us her own story, but we're going to first
hear what she has to say about Hillary's story.
Yes, because that story is unexplainable to me. I cannot believe you didn't classify it as a UFO. It makes me really mad that you didn't classify it as a UFO.
I got there.
You did not. You got there in your own head, but it was not sufficient for me.
I just want to hear from the world out there. I feel like I did a pretty good job.
Okay. Number 1, bellhopping Atticus. The kid doesn't have a direct desire to be a household greeter. The front door has always been, at best, a bit sticky, and at worst, completely stuck shut from the outside. It usually will open fine from the interior of the front door, hence him opening twice, once for Alistair, then again for Hillary. The angle of the front door is facing the driveway directly, with windows facing directly to the drive as well. He would have seen the car pull in and gone to open the door. He would not have heard Hill say, "Hey, Alistair," or anything like that. Also, when Hill asked, "Where did Alistair go?" from the front door, there are 2 options. Up the stairs, where, yes, his bedroom is, or passing Atticus down the hall, in parentheses, living room to the right, and dining room and the kitchen to the left. Either option equally likely, so unlikely he would have just guessed upstairs, especially if he followed up with, "But I'm not sure where." When he could have more easily said, "I don't know." That's rambling, I know. Is it making sense? Yes. It's like if he just didn't know, he would have been like, "I don't know." But he's like, he went upstairs, but I just don't know where.
Yeah.
Very specific. You're shaking your head like that's not good enough for you, but whatever. 2, caught on camera. The ex is a highly trained, very techie, specialized military guy with main focus being securities.
Ugh.
Since I
hate him more.
I know. Ugh. Since I know he went to the trouble to install all the cameras inside and out of the 6-acre property, he never in 1,000 years would have neglected the driveway being the closest access and escape for those living within. Ugh, that's awful.
Wow.
I also know that he had cameras on the door itself, so those would have caught the actions.
But did he send all of the footage or just the footage from the interior houses? Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. I'm not sure if we're like putting these in order, because the first one says 1 dash and then it says 2 dash and now we're at 7 dash.
Oh.
But I don't know. I don't know if it's like 7 turnaround time. I
don't know what you're talking about.
I think we skipped. Okay. Anyways.
You lost me at
we're
7
gonna go
dash.
With next, turnaround time.
Okay.
This town is small.
I'd be pretty surprised if there was a car that Hillary didn't recognize. That aside, it wouldn't make much sense to turn around in her driveway when literally one more house up is a stop sign, at which point you could do so without the difficulty to see around the curve. It's just illogical, Megan.
Or maybe it could be a passerby coming through the town.
But they can see. That'd be a better spot.
They might have been lost. They might have thought they were supposed to turn down that road to look for a house.
Oh, okay. 0 dash. Again, I don't know how we're numbering this. It's very confusing to me.
Next.
And then she wants to make it known that Hillary wasn't being sassy or snarky, calling you both nerds. I know you weren't offended, just saying. We refer to all the ones we love as nerds and have for a long, long time.
Oh, we loved it.
She's just letting you know she loves you. That was my favorite part of the whole email.
Oh, yeah, we loved it.
She's like, whatever, nerds. I loved it.
We could feel the love.
That's right. And she says, let me know if there's anything else that needs clarifying. I have more time than Hillary does, but I'm sure she will get back to you when she can. And then I sent a message right before we started recording, and I was like, could Hillary see Alistair get out of the car? Like, you kept saying, maybe she never saw him. Maybe.
Right. Did she actually lay eyes
Maybe
on
for some
him?
reason, while she was running directly towards him, she just didn't see him get out of the car.
No. They saw the car stop. You're ridiculous. I just still think that they could have seen a car that looked like her car. And then they filled in the gaps. Like, here's what I need. I need to stand on Mom's porch.
Okay.
And see where the entry of Hillary's house is. Because you don't know if Hillary's house faces Mom's house, if it faces east, west, you don't know.
I think she says that in the email.
Girl.
Okay.
She doesn't.
Okay.
And then she could see the car going down. She's waving like, oh, yeah, he's coming. And she goes up, but she assumes he gets out of the car and goes in.
But she can see Atticus open the door for someone.
By the time she gets there.
So she sees somebody go into the house.
No, she doesn't say that. She sees the door open, or she sees, as she's going up, the door's open and she sees it close. Then the door opens again for her. Okay. She never says she sees her son.
Okay. All right. Let me see.
I'm not trying to piss you off all over again.
Nope. I'm not pissed. It's fine.
You're really bad at lying.
Hey, it's Rue, and it's finally happening. I'm taking over the podcast. No, just kidding. So Erin messaged me after she sent me the episode and said that she'd heard back from Rebe and asked me if I could just include what Rebe said. So she says, Erin, it's after recording, obviously, but she said yes. She saw the car pull up, she watched Alistair get out and proceed into the house. There you have it. Suck it, Megan. Smiling, crying emoji, and kissy face emoji. All right, that's it. I'm not actually taking over the podcast, but I could. Mwahahaha.
Okay, now I've been waiting for Kate, who's a friend of Rebe's, who I've met at several of the ornament exchange parties too. Now I've been waiting for Kate to write in a very small story. It's not that small. That she has failed to do so. I will do my best here. Some details are fuzzy for me, but if you need clarification, you will need to reach out to her. Okay, so Kate and I shared an absolute dream of an apartment on Cherokee Road for just over a year. We've been best friends since the moment we met in high school, and in our decades of love and friendship, this was the 1 year that we could have managed to live together. We were in a stunning home that was retrofitted into separate units, a small basement apartment. The full second floor was ours, a small attic apartment, and the first floor was being renovated for the owner to live in.
How nice.
I know.
That sounds gorgeous. And Cherokee Road? That's beautiful.
And listen to this. We had 2 nice-sized bedrooms, a studio for photographer Kate, a small living area, a standard eating kitchen, and 2 bathrooms, all full of charm and character.
Why did you ever move? I'd still live there.
Right. Perfection.
It's amazing.
One night, Kate awoke to me walking into her room in a nightgown. I walked to her bookshelf, grabbed a book, and sat on the floor at the foot of her bed and opened the book. Hey, Reeves, wrong room, dummy, she says, and I ignore her. Hey, this is my room. I never say a word, but quietly start to cry. At the time, I had gone through some shit, abusive ex-boyfriend, job insecurity, etc. She assumes I simply need the comfort of knowing she is near when I need her, and she goes back to sleep. I've always been that way, concerned that I am a burden. If I just know that someone would make themselves available if I reached out, I don't feel like I need to truly reach out.
Oh,
I know. I love that they like understand that in their friendship.
Yeah.
She's like, I just need to be near you. And she's like, okay, I'll just go back to sleep.
Aww.
Stay here as long as you need. She and I go to work the next day. And as is our habit, I make us dinner while she buys us wine. We eat, drink wine, and smoke far too many cigarettes while talking. Kate asked me if I was okay after last night and if I needed to talk. Nope, I'm all good, I say. Are you sure? She asks because she knows things have been what they have. Did you need something from my room? I just stare at her. I'm completely confused. I mentioned at the start that details are fuzzy for me, yes? The details of that encounter are fuzzy because I was not even home. I was at the house of a man I had just started seeing. Well, I remember details, but none of them involved me reading a book on the floor. Good for you, girl.
I get it, Reby.
Sure. It could have been a dream. The brain is wildly fascinating and capable of so many things. But if so, please do tell me why the book I had grabbed was on the floor and at the foot of the bed. It was there where I had been, and I is in parentheses. Quotations. I is in quotations. When I had never been there at all.
Ooh, that's weird.
This has been way long-winded, so sorry. No, it hasn't.
Oh, we love it, Reby.
We should see each other's faces in person sometime, grab a drink, and eat crab together. Throw caution to the wind, but please bring an EpiPen. Reach out. I'm flexible. Cheers.
I always do.
Cheers. Repeat, Reby. P.S. You think Hillary's cool-ass story is better than mine? That stings a bit, not gonna lie. All the best. She put the rolling your eyes emoji and the laughing one. All the best, RR.
Oh, no, Reby. We don't believe that. It was a wild story, though.
It was a wild
story. Come on, Reby. Now, listen, I need to go back, and I remember a lot of your stories, but I need to go back and refresh my brain, and I bet you outshine her tenfold.
I just need, like, someone to go through and catalog all of our stuff, because sometimes I'm like, I want to go back and listen to that one.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna go do that.
No, hell no. And if you're gonna do that, why? Don't do that unless we're paying you.
Yeah,
and we're not paying you,
and we have no money.
Also, don't do that thinking if I do this, maybe they'll pay us. We won't.
No, we won't.
But if you're bored and you're I just want a hobby.
Turns out when you do merch for the first time, you should do more research.
Lessons were learned.
Don't quite think we broke even.
But you all look fabulous.
Free shipping felt like such a cool thing. I did not anticipate people buying more than one item.
Because then shipping wasn't free, was it?
Oh, it was never free for me. We worked that into our cost.
Oh, you said shipping would be free for them.
I said free shipping. And we worked it into the price, but we didn't work it in for multiple. It's fine. It's fine.
Lessons were learned.
We'll just, next time we order merch, we're going to let an actual company handle the shipping as well, and they will work that into the price. So it might be a little bit of a different price. And that's fine.
Yeah. Hey, all I know is it's walking advertisements.
That's right.
It's out there.
That's right.
I mean, I don't know that we've seen a huge spike. Maybe you all should go out to the grocery more often. Wear that shit to Meyer, Danny. Oh my gosh. No, I'm kidding. I think he traveled in his, so he's good.
He's getting it out there.
That's funny.
At this point, I'm imagining it's all he owns.
All he ever wears.
so many different options.
Which we love. We absolutely love.
Absolutely.
Oh, Reby, that is a great story. I definitely think it was a dream, but it's a great story.
Then why was the book on the floor?
Well, maybe that was part of the dream. Maybe the book was already out and on the floor, and that when this roommate went to bed.
Yeah.
That was just the last book that she saw.
Okay.
But it was kind of like a subconscious, didn't notice it. Wasn't really fully aware. It was just on the floor for whatever reason.
Yeah.
She goes in, she sees it. It's logged back there in her subconscious. She has a dream. That's the book that in the dream Reby is reading.
All right. That explanation doesn't piss me off as much as the other one did.
Okay.
So we'll call it a win, but I don't think you're right.
Okay. Well, the shocker. But Reby, it's so good to hear from you again. And absolutely, we need to get in it's fall. Yeah. I'm thinking a fire pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to start having fire pits.
Roasting marshmallows, we'll roast crab legs.
Ooh, now that does sound delicious. We can have a crab boil. And listen, I do always keep my EpiPen with me. I had my damn husband the other day. He was like, He calls. He's like, hey, we just got a little extra money.
Oh.
I know we've been going out to eat lately, but let's just throw caution to the wind. Let's go out to eat again. I'm like, yes, that sounds great. I just hate cooking and doing dishes lately. I'm like, yes, that sounds great. And so then I think of where I want to go because I was like, well, let's think about where we want to go. We'll hang up, whatever. I wanted to try that new place it's not new to me though. Poplar Level Road, that one that's like right there at Trevilian. It looks like it's like Nova Scotian or something. It's got, or from Denmark. It's got like it's
Oscars.
Yes, but it's got like different kind, and it's got like a bakery. Like I think it says like Nova Scotia Bakery.
It's delicious.
Mm-hmm. See, that's where I wanted to go,
and it's cheap as hell. It's so cheap.
Damn,
and it's so good.
Ooh, this is making me more mad.
Oh, sorry, it was really good. I've only been there once, and it was one of my favorite meals I've had in Louisville.
You know where this motherfucker took me?
Where did it take you?
Golden Corral.
Oh, gross.
And
I would have left him.
It's horrible. And he said it out loud in front of the kids when I wasn't there.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, yeah, I think I know where we want to go. And I was like, where? And he was like, well, what do you think about the Golden Corral? And all the kids start, like, I've only been one time, swore I would never go again. But he has taken the kids there since then.
So
of course,
take them.
They love it. I know. I should have just gone to Oscars by myself.
You should have 100. You should have called me and said, listen, we got some extra money. They're going to go. Oh.
Yeah, you and I'll go to Oscars.
That just sounds like salmonella. Listen, that's probably slander.
It's disgusting.
I will never eat there.
No.
Never in a million years.
Look, I just hit up the salad bar a lot. And then, because I just thought, I don't know if I trust a lot of meat. But you know what I did trust? The crab salad.
Oh my gosh, that was a choice.
It was good as fuck, though. I'm not going to lie. It was really good.
Oh, and I actually safe. It's probably imitation crab.
I went back twice and I got some more of that crab salad. I made sure I had my EpiPen. But we also know it's not really crab. We know that's imitation, but it sure was good. And I was like, I got that EpiPen. I'm going to do that.
Oh my gosh.
So I am all down for like a crab boil or something in my backyard. And then we'd have a fire pit.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Do it, Reby. Let's do a little fall crab boil.
Yeah, and if you're in Louisville, go to Oscars. Well, let's go to Oscars first, and then let's go. Oh wait, crab boil. We're doing the crab boil, but
well, I bet Reby would like.
I'm
Oscars.
telling you, Oscars is delicious.
Well, let's meet it. Hey, Reby, how do you feel about Oscars? Do you want to meet for Oscars? Maybe like next Friday night.
Oh, okay.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. But anyway, yes, Reby, we need to get together.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it was a dream. So glad you. So glad you wrote back. Missed you. Please keep writing in. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm channeling Penelope.
Yes, you are. All right. Here is my story. The story is from the lovely Lacey.
All right.
And the title is I Love Surprises, in parentheses, No, I Don't.
Oh, okay.
All right. Here we go. I want to start off by saying you guys helped me get through the hardest semester of my life.
Oh.
Our house was hit by a tornado.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's horrible. On the first night of summer break. We are all safe, but our house was unlivable.
Oh,
we rented, but our landlords deserve to have their toothbrushes between a few butt cheeks. Hey, did you get that idea from me? All of this just days after losing my father-in-law.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, what a summer. I looked forward to being able to put in my headphones and escape reality and laugh for a while every Monday. Oh man, so sorry, Lacey. That sounds like a horrible time.
For real.
My kids started school last week, and today was the first day I had complete peace while listening. Oh, the dream.
I know. I'm so jealous of people who don't have to go to work with their kids.
I know, right? Or work with kids.
Yeah.
Any kids.
But like, I don't even get that car ride.
No, I know. That is... I live for that. Sorry.
And I'm not going to get it until Macy James is in 6th grade.
I know. I'm so sorry.
She's not even mine.
Do you want me to send her to Goldsmith? I mean, really?
I have 2 years left, but no, I don't. Okay. I've got 7.
Oh, if you really want me to send her somewhere else, I will.
I can't wait to teach Macy James.
Okay, well, you might change your mind after year 1 and let me know. I can make something happen. Oh, goodness. Thank you so much. Now, on to the stories. Both are pretty short, but I had forgotten them until I was listening today.
Ooh.
We're excited, Lacey. I wrote in a while back about living in a haunted house when my oldest was born. Loud footsteps running down the hall toward him, then him screaming.
Ugh.
Me running down the hall with my pants around my ankles. Well, around that same time, I had gotten him one of those books with the buttons that say phrases to go along with the book. I know them very well. They're very annoying.
They're very annoying.
One night, we hear a weird sound over the baby monitor. I went to check it out and found that the book in the toy box was repeating itself. I love surprises in SpongeBob's voice. Ew. I assumed a toy was hitting the button, so I put it up high on an empty shelf. As I walked away, I heard SpongeBob laugh. So I picked up the book. It said, I love surprises, over and over. I took the batteries out and laid it back on the shelf. All was good, and we had a quiet night. The next night, however, as I was putting my son to bed, the book laughed again. Ew. I picked it up, and it said, I love surprises, 7 times, then stopped. I threw it away outside, scared out of my mind.
Were the batteries still out of it?
I believe so.
Oh, my gosh.
The next morning, I heard my son wake up, so I went to go get him. That's when I heard SpongeBob's laugh. Oh, no. You threw it away?
What? That's like every scary movie.
It's awful. I checked the shelf and found that damn book sitting there.
That's awful. It's SpongeBob haunting you.
Yeah, that's really awful. That's because so creepy.
It's creepy and annoying.
Yeah, all at the same time. This time, I threw the book away in the inside trash and immediately took the trash out. I did find out later that my mom had dug it out and brought it back in to scare me. Oh, I love it, Lacey. Oh, no. You did my dirty work for me, and thank you so much.
Oh, come on, Mom.
So that part is definitely, that's also, your mom is hilarious. What a prankster. So that part is definitely explainable. SpongeBob has never been so scary, though. Okay, so the bringing it back in part is explainable.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
No batteries, though.
No batteries. Can things still malfunction without battery? Can things hold energy?
You argue this every time.
I know. It's a question.
I think no.
Everybody's too afraid to answer.
I'll answer it right now.
Yeah, you don't know the science behind it. I need a scientist. I need a battery scientist.
Okay.
Specific to batteries or energy or electricity.
Okay. Well, I'll work on it.
Mm-hmm.
Not that hard because I know the answer.
A few years ago, we showed up to Thanksgiving dinner, and there was the cutest corgi I've ever seen, and he needed a home. He was calm and loved the kids, so we took him. We just took him, snatched him, and named him Churro. When we got him home, we learned that he was tricking us. He had so much energy, he wore all 5 kids out and still had energy left. He also chewed everything.
Oh.
Ugh. Yeah, those dogs, like, when they're like, oh, no, I'm a good, sweet little dog. Yeah. Those are the ones you got to look out for.
That's right.
The kids loved him, but he chewed up 2 pairs of my husband's brand new shoes, and he said if he chewed the replacements, he was gone. We won't talk about how the dog couldn't have gotten them if he had put them up in the closet. I am so glad, Lacey, to hear that I am not the only one who is raising a grown child.
Yeah. Yep.
That drives me crazy. I'm like, shoes go in closet. Just put them away.
Yeah.
Why is that? Does your husband do that?
Yeah, my husband does weird things.
Don't brag.
I mean, no, he does. He does weird things.
Okay. So like put his shoes away?
He usually puts his shoes away.
Mm-hmm.
He puts them right outside of the closet, which is really annoying.
That is so weird.
Put them in the closet.
Why do they do that? Why can't men just put their shoes away?
Yeah, just put them in the closet. He also doesn't like being barefoot, but I think you should be barefoot in the house because you're tracking in everything. So he has a weird pair of house flip-flops. He never wears flip-flops.
Interesting.
Outside of the house.
I've never noticed that.
They're right near you on his side of the bed, tucked like under his nightstand. So
that's hilarious.
When I fuss at him, like, will you take your shoes off? He's like, fine. And then he goes and puts on his house flip-flops.
That's so funny.
I know. He doesn't wear flip-flops any other time of his life.
Is he never barefoot?
No, he hates being barefoot.
Like in the shower, he's barefoot and that's it?
Yeah, that's about it.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. As a Kentuckian, that is the strangest thing I've ever heard.
I know. He's lived here for so long. Get used to it, man.
Doesn't he ever crave it? Like, I would be like, I'm so confined.
I know.
I think that's the strangest
hate wearing shoes.
It really is so strange to me.
I could be barefoot for the rest of my life.
I would not have any problem.
I don't even know if I would notice. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I came over to your house, I think this morning. Was it this morning?
Uh-huh.
Completely barefoot.
I take my shoes off as soon as I go to anybody's house, and then I'm like, was that rude? Like, are you weirded out?
No, you're not tracking then your stuff.
But I don't do it for that reason. I do it because I don't like to wear shoes.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it's weird when people wear shoes all the time.
Yeah, it's super weird. Kevin would wear shoes to sleep if I let him.
That is so strange. I have to pee. I don't.
Made me have to pee. Turns out you drink so much slower when you're only drinking seltzer.
So strange.
Like quite a bit.
It's lasted forever. Okay. All he had left were a pair of steel-toe boots and the replacement tennis shoes. My husband was at work wearing the steel-toe boots when I noticed Churro had destroyed the replacement tennis shoes.
Oh, no.
Churro. It was trash day, so I threw them away outside. Let's get rid of that evidence real quick. I barely made it in time, so I watched as the trash truck drove them away. I knew the kids would be devastated if we got rid of Churro.
Oh.
Bless her heart. So I had no plans of ever telling my husband, like, I don't know where those shoes are.
I don't know.
I've looked everywhere for them.
There's no evidence here, so clearly.
Maybe if you put them away.
Yeah.
Every time.
Right.
You know right where they were, husband. We would have one frustrating morning, then get new shoes and still have our puppy. The next morning came. I could hear my husband looking for his shoes, knowing I threw them away. Just as I was feeling really guilty, I heard, "Found him." Out walked my husband in the shoes that I saw destroyed, then watched them get dumped into the trash truck and drive away.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. They were on my husband's feet. I said nothing. I let him go to work in those magic shoes.
Yeah, you can't say anything because then you're caught in the lie.
Yeah, and never found an explanation. Churro never chewed those shoes. I added a picture of my little monster. Oh, let me see him. Where's the picture? She didn't. Lie? You a lie, Lacey.
Well, she lied about the shoes. She lied about the
Lacey.
Lying Lacey. We got her nickname.
Good old lying Lacey again.
Oh,
saying
man.
she really didn't. Like, you check your email. See,
Yeah,
make sure I'm not the lie.
I see no picture, Lacey.
Mm-hmm.
I see no picture.
Lacey, we're going to need that picture of Churro because I am picturing the cutest corgi. Although I think all corgis, I mean, they're all the cutest.
I know. They've got the cutest little dog butt you've ever seen.
Well,
in
and they
their
all
life.
look like they're smiling.
Yeah.
They all have that like turned up. Oh, so cute. And so ornery. You know, they're like ornery little shits, but they're
Right.
just so daggone cute and like stubby.
I know.
Stubby
the little legs.
Oh, so
Reminds me
cute.
so much of myself. Cute butt and short little legs.
And always smiling.
That's right.
Chewing up those shoes. A number of times I've caught her
Oh,
chewing up
well.
Kevin's shoes.
You know?
I don't know what to do with that.
Okay. I almost have something, but I don't want to tell you because I think that it's a mystery. And I want to keep it a mystery, but.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me see if I can get there.
Okay.
Did he buy 2 replacement shoes?
I thought they're replacement shoes. So maybe he just assumed that the first pair got destroyed, or
They
like
did. The first pair did get
or
destroyed.
like destroyed, like fully torn apart, destroyed.
Or like just kind of chewed a little bit.
Yeah, and he just kind of like put them
And
back
he's just
and
a man,
forgot.
so he didn't observe.
Yeah, and then he found that the first pair.
Mm-hmm. They were just
Maybe.
chewed a little bit, and he didn't notice it this time.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, he went and replaced them. So
Yeah. How badly, Lacey,
yeah,
were the first pair really chewed up? And did those get thrown away?
yeah, that's really weird.
Because if they did, that's a UFO to me.
Yeah.
Look, there you go. Sorry, Hillary.
Listen,
Really just trying to piss off
I love
the
Lisa's
Hillary
story.
and Reeve sisters.
It is not more unbelievable than Hillary's story, and the fact that you just called that one a UFO really pisses me off.
Pisses you off. Well, I can't think of what else it would be. Why does he have? Okay, how old are his kids? Do any of his kids have feet as big as him with the same kind of shoes?
I just looked at trying to find the corgi picture. I just looked at the picture that's attached to our email, and they look very small.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. UFO. That's weird.
Okay.
Why would you have the? Why would you have?
UFOs
the
all
same-
willy nilly?
Well, okay. Here's why. She actually physically tried to cover the evidence.
Yeah, that's
So
weird.
unless she's like hallucinating or like dreaming a very, very lucid dream of trying to cover up that evidence, which could be, I mean, maybe it was so stressful. Like she was thinking, oh, I just really don't want this dog to have to go. Maybe she took a nap and that was her dream. But good grief, that'd have to be a pretty lucid dream.
That's so interesting. I mean, can you just imagine you knowing what you know and then having your husband be like, oh, got him.
Yeah, and I love
And
that
then
the whole
having him
time
say
she's sitting there
anything.
going, oh shit, here it goes. I'm getting ready for this whole, like, I've got to go into, got to be an actress and help
Right.
him look around for these shoes. And he's like, found them. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
You found them?
That's so weird.
That is really weird. Okay, whenever people want to write this in, I want to know, what does Lacey think that is? What does Hillary think that is? Because both of these
Okay.
are a little bit similar
I got
as
another
far
one.
as it's not like, it's not a ghost, it's not a spirit.
Yeah. What if, you know how like some people just have their style doesn't change much?
Yeah.
What if he had a really old pair that was similar? That was just like in the back of his maybe actual closet.
Right.
And when he's like looking, he's like, oh, I found them.
Yeah,
but they were like
worn
a really
down.
old pair that he just forgot that he had.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It's not as UFO as Hillary's.
That's the only reason why she's doubling down to be a skeptic right now. I love it.
Can't believe that you're calling this UFO so easily.
You know, I'm gonna be really honest right now. I'm just not trying as hard because I knew it'd piss you off if I called it a UFO.
Well, good job.
Oh, you're welcome.
No, I love it. Thank you, Lacey.
I think, Lacey, great little snippets of stories. They're both very interesting.
Yeah, and that battery, working without a battery is very weird to me.
Yeah, it's always so strange to me. But again, I need to know. I need somebody in electricity. I need an electrician. That's what they're called. I need an electrician to tell me, can something save up power after the battery has been removed? Like, can it like store it somehow?
For 24 hours, because this was the next night.
Sure. Or, I mean, that mom is such a prankster. What if she put batteries back in? There is that. Like, come on, mom. If she's willing to go dig through the garbage, she wants that
you know,
to like
it's going to be one of those little flat batteries, though, that nobody ever has extra of.
Yeah, I don't care. Mom seems pretty daggone sneaky. She's going to make it happen. And by the way, I love your mom. Yes. She sounds hilarious. The fact that she dug through the traffic, where did that come from? Dug through the garbage to get that out. That's super funny. I love her.
That's good.
Lacey, Reby, great stories tonight. Thank you both so much.
Yes, thank you.
And I have a fan favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Can you believe it? Neither could she. Hold on one second.
I bet it just changed her whole life.
Listen, she was really excited.
I bet.
Okay. So tonight's fan favorite is the amazing Nicole.
All right. Hi, Nicole.
Nicole is hilarious. So I asked Nicole, like, hey, Nicole, I'm picking you to be our fan favorite. So Nicole started showing up. She wrote, like, she's been, active on social media, but recently she just screenshotted the text between her husband.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's Nicole. So that's on our Facebook page. And I'm like,
Ghost
of
dog.
course. Do what?
Ghost dog.
Yes. And so I was like, of course I'm going to pick you to be our fan favorite. You're bantering back and forth with your husband about our podcast, and then you screenshot it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I said, so will you be our fan favorite this week? And she goes, what if I say no? Are you recording?
I get it, girl. I get it.
She goes, are you recording tonight? Look. You listen here, Nicole. Don't you act
Nicole
like you
really
know
is
me.
my fan favorite.
Right? I'm like, listen, bitch. Yeah, and I'll go there. If Penelope can say it, so can I.
Penelope cannot say it.
I know she can't say it, but
To be clear.
if Penelope thinks she can say it, so can I. Oh, so she goes. It comes right back. Of course, I'd love to be a fan favorite, and it's favorite. So this, I'm like, oh, she's Canadian. FAVOURITE.
Or English. Or Australian.
Nope, she's
New Zealand.
Canadian. She's Canadian.
Okay.
I'm such a new listener, and then in parentheses, binged you at work on my. Well, I wonder what she does for work. Binged you at work on my Saw in a couple of months.
Well, you just binge us right over on that song.
But we liked it. Shout out to Shannon. Oh, we love Shannon.
Oh.
Shout out to Shannon for posting on another podcast Facebook page.
Oh, way to go.
Thank you so much. And the that podcast was Dark Poutine.
Well,
Why do we
sounds so dirty.
Poutine always sounds so dirty.
I know. It's so delicious, but it sounds disgusting.
Most dirty things are.
Like, it sounds gross when you hear what it is made of, but it also sounds like a dirty word.
Yeah, poutine. It sounds like the word for vagina in like another language.
Right.
Poutine.
Yeah.
Poot.
Gotta go take care of that poutine. Like a stanky vagina.
Something's going on with that poutine.
There's a funk. When you're talking about a poutine vagina, it's a funk.
There might be
like
some
a
gravy
cheese
on
curd
that vag.
involved. There is cheese curd involved in poutine.
I know, so is gravy.
Yuck. Wow, we went there. I'm not even drinking.
I know, we really did. Okay, so sorry to poke fun of your Canadian culture.
I know, but I'm married to one. I feel like I get a pass.
I don't know if that's how that works. Anyway, Dark Poutine is a podcast, apparently.
Okay.
I didn't think it would be possible to become one and then with starry eyes in such a short time, like a fan in such a short time. I'd love to plug the local dog and cat rescue we adopted both of our dogs, Hermione and Maya, from, and it's called Running Wild Rescue. I also like to bring attention to Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of Canada. Love you gals. I so want to be a believer, and yet I'm a skeptic. And even more of a skeptic now thanks to Megan. And I totally relate with the older vehicle and cell phone. Okay, help me out with this. And I totally relate to the older vehicle and cell phone. I felt so heard hearing you all talk about them. Cheers. Nicole.
The older vehicle.
I need more context, Nicole. We talk so much.
The older vehicle and cell phone.
It says, relate with the older vehicle and cell phone.
Who is she calling an old vehicle?
I don't know, you poutine. Watch your poutine mouth.
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
No, I have no idea what she's talking about.
I don't either, but she sends
Even though she's so related to it.
She doesn't lie like Lacey.
Okay.
She actually sent a picture of her.
She also is given a good example of what you should do. Instead of stealing your corgis, go and adopt.
Yeah. She didn't just show up to Thanksgiving dinner and be like, this corgi looks good. I'm
taking this corgi.
Lacey,
I'm going to rename it Churro. Sorry. It's like, but my name's Burrito.
It's your family dog, but it's now our family dog named Churro.
That's right.
Anyway, so she sends a picture of her cute dogs. They're so cute. And then I said, to her question, what if I say no? Are you recording tonight? I said, nope, we don't record until Monday. So I would have plenty of time to find another one last minute.
Which is a lie because it's Sunday.
Yeah, I know, right? And she said, well, I was going to leave you hanging for a few minutes. And yet I feel anxious every time you say someone hasn't gotten back to you. So cute. So I couldn't do it. And then it said yum and the cute pups to like her picture because she was showing a drink. So glad you found us too. You crack me up. Welcome to our crazy little podcast community. She says, I'm loving it. I relate to you gals so much. I'm a bit older than you and started having kids much younger than Erin. So I feel much older. You're not at all. She looks young, like a spring daisy. And then you drop a year and I remember that I'm just a few years older. Nicole, we're so excited to have you.
Yes, absolutely.
Welcome to the podcast, and, good luck with that dirty poutine.
Yeah, maybe go see a doctor about that dark poutine.
That dark poutine sounds dirty.
Oh, goodness.
And thank you, Shannon.
Yeah, for real.
Come on, Shannon, shout it out.
You all go do the same as Shannon and talk about us on other podcasts. Just take over their podcast.
Shannon, you've been a fan favorite, I know for sure.
Yeah, you have. All right.
If Erin would ever let me do them over and over again, I'll have you be one again.
Well, moving forward.
But she doesn't, so that's the end of that.
Well, once a fan favorite, always a fan favorite. We don't have to repeat.
That's true.
We look desperate when we repeat.
You think we do. We don't.
Well, if you all would like to help us out, you can rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. You can check out our website at myskepticalsister@gmail.com. You can write your stories in directly there. You can also find out how to become a Patreon. $3 a month gets you weekly bonus content on Wednesdays. It also gets you a sticker and a magnet. And $5 a month gets you all that, plus our once a month movie nights on the third Thursday of the month. And here's a little bonus for you guys. We've decided we are going to have a bonus free for all movie night. We haven't picked the movie yet. A not so scary open movie night. It'll be a little scary.
Detweiler. Yeah.
Get in here,
called you
Detweiler.
Just by your last name. I dropped the miss.
I think I could call her Detweiler.
Come on, Detweiler. Get in here.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, Miss Detweiler? Are you okay if we just...
What if Miss Detweiler's like, no, I'd rather you call me Catherine. Sorry.
That's off the table.
Our podcast. We cannot call you Catherine, but we could call you Detweiler.
We can call you...
Come on, Detweiler.
Mrs. Detweiler or Detweiler or nothing at all.
Sorry.
We're going to have that on Thursday, October 3rd at 7. We want to say 7?
7:30. Is usually when we do it.
Yeah, that's right. At 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So we'll keep talking about that.
And remember that Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. It will always be Eastern Standard Time as far as long as we're living here.
Is.
Yeah, so
unless we go to stay with Nicole.
Okay.
If we go and sleep on Nicole's couch and we have a movie night that night, then it won't be Eastern Standard Time.
It probably still will be. I'm not going to lie. We're just going to stick with Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to have an open movie night. So if you're not a Patreon but have been considering it, you can come to that movie night and see what they're all about.
There you go.
You can also write in at our Gmail at myskepticalsister@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow our socials on Facebook, Instagram, and we're working on being better on TikTok. If you've got any great ideas, because we don't like our TikTok.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what I've been noticing? I hate this idea.
Can't wait.
People record themselves doing the podcast.
I know.
God, that sounds awful. It sounds horrible. Aaron.
But how would we even do that?
I don't. You're right. Let's not even. Let's not even consider it again. It sounds awful.
Okay,
golly, great. I'm glad we worked through that one. We're on the same page there.
I don't think I have anything else. Did I leave anything out?
I know. I think you did it all.
All right. Well, we will talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bite my beaver tail. That's what an angry Canadian would say.
I've never met one.
I don't know what this website is, but it's called Quora. First one is like, it gives polite.
Sure.
It's just like, take care. Have a good one. See you around. Very polite. Have a good day. Please take care. Until we meet again. When we're annoyed, yeah, whatever. Cold stare and disbelief.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Feel it?
I've seen that sometimes.
You need to relax.
Oh.
Have you tried pot? But this is definitely my favorite. This is an angry, a pissed off Canadian.
Okay.
Take off hoser.
Take off hoser.
Take off hoser. Bite my beaver tail.
Yeah.
Say hi to your Winnie the Pooh president. And then the other one, say hi to your orange orangutan president.
Oh, well.
That's when you're angry at Americans.
Let's just hope we
and
never
that
have
will
to.
not come true again.
No, it better not.
In
Mary
the meantime,
Lou, I'm looking at you.
Bite my beaver tail.
Bite my beaver tail, you hoser.
I love you, Canadians.
La 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 la.
One night, Kate awoke to me walking into her bedroom. I made that up. Walking into her... it doesn't say bedroom. I don't know.
Okay, there's a couple things that you and Rue are both going to be excited about.
Okay.
Rue, I'm cold reading this.
Oh, good.
Aaron, I just farted in your bed. Everybody, contain all your enthusiasm.
Oh,
Things are happening. Okay, here we go. So I picked up the book. I said, I love surprise. Oh, no.
No. That's weird, lazy. Weird flex.
No, I love surprises.
I love them.
Oh, Ellie.
Ellie, no.
Oh, no. Ellie's taking all of our wires with us. With her.
Ah!
Oh, shit.